Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. NHL betting preview for February the 18th, 2019. We're going to give you a complete breakdown and statistical analysis of every game. And for Monday, we actually have a decent card. So let's take a look. First off, if you're new to watching the video, what we do is we come up with a power ranking for each team. How we come up with that figure, we use even goal differential. We also use power play percentage and penalty kill percentage because those are the three most important elements in handicapping hockey. We combine those, we come up with a power ranking. What's unique about our power rankings, we only use power rank stats from the last 10 games because those are the most relevant to how and most predictable to how teams is going to perform tonight. So without any further ado, let's look at the odds here. We got Arizona. They come in at huge dogs, even though they've played pretty well here lately. They're at plus 215. They're at 86 power ranking. Our power ranking scale, an 80 is the lowest. So we round, if a team's lower than 80, we round up to 80, which means they have a 40% chance of winning the game. The highest in our power ranking would be a 120. That means the team has a 60% chance of winning the game. Calgary, home team, huge favorites, minus 255. They have a power ranking of 98. And when you look at this game, again, 86-98, Calgary has a slight advantage. But if you were just from a value perspective, Arizona would be a decent play here. I doubt this is going to be a game that we wager on, though. Next, moving on, Tampa Bay. They come out minus 125. They have a 129 power ranking, so basically a 60% chance of winning the game. One of the best team in the NHL right now, hands down. They just have so much depth, good goaltending, play well on the road, but just a really good team. This will be a great game tonight. Facing Columbus, who has really started to play some great hockey. They are the dog at plus 115. Their power ranking is a 118 as well, which 118 gives them about a 58% chance of winning the game. And what's interesting about this game and handicapping, you can justify value on both sides. For example, Tampa Bay is minus 125. Our line for this game, you'll see later, is about Tampa Bay minus 150. We give them a 50% chance of winning. A 60% chance of winning. So we actually have value there. And also, when you look at Columbus, the line for Columbus would be about probably about minus 140, 135. So there's value there because they're the dog. So it's an interesting game. So either play would be, from a value perspective, a good play. Moving on, you got Ottawa, a team starting to play well as well. They had two big wins against Winnipeg. They're at plus 135 dog, power ranking of 112 on the road facing Chicago. Chicago comes in at a minus 150 favorite, power ranking of 118. Our line for Chicago, that's about what we have the line at, probably about minus 145. So not really a lot of value there, but there is value on the dog side for potential play for Ottawa. Next, Las Vegas, minus 130 on the road facing Colorado. Colorado is the underdog here, plus 110. They're at the bottom of our power rankings, right along with Anaheim. They're at 69. Las Vegas is an 87 power ranking. And again, if you're new to watching our videos, when you look at this, you say, okay, well, Las Vegas is the better team here because their power ranking is 87. Colorado's power ranking is 69. That is true, but at an 87, that gives them about a 44 to 43% chance of winning the game. So there's no way we're going to lay heavy chalk on a team that only has about a 43% chance of winning the game. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's why a lot of people lose in hockey and sports betting in general. They overpay for teams. Next, Boston plus 132 playing. This will be another great game. They're the dogs plus 132. They have a power ranking of 113 on the road to face San Jose. San Jose is a favorite, minus 142. They have a power ranking of 107. Again, teams are very close. Obviously, the value is going to be with Boston at plus 132. And finally, our last game on the card tonight is Washington. They come in as huge favorites, minus 140. Power ranking of 102. Going up against LA, plus 120. LA comes in a 91 power ranking. And going back to, I made a previous video. If you want to watch it, it talks about, there's a video It's under handicapping on my YouTube channel. It talks about understanding the basics of money line and how that works in hockey. The best team in hockey, even the best teams like Tampa, only have a 60% chance of winning a game. And even the worst teams, the absolute worst teams in hockey, will still win at a 40% win percentage. Case in point with Washington last night, they were huge favorites, heavy chalk, minus 160, went on the road to face Anaheim. I actually had, if I was going to play a team, it's going to be Anaheim. Their goalie, well, actually, they played pretty decent. The goalie, I think it was Boyle, I thought was going to start, but he didn't. But still, they got good goalie performance. But long story short, they won the game. That's why you can never, ever, ever in hockey lay more than minus 150. And I apologize for the dog in the background. So those are our 6 games analysis with power rankings and odds. So let's take the next step and let's start looking at 3 games in particular: Tampa, Ottawa, and Boston. First, we'll start with the Tampa game. Now, again, this is the best team in the NHL, no doubt. They have a 5-game win streak. They have a road advantage. Listen to this, they are 20-6 on the road. And their last 4 or 5 opponents, they beat by 2 goals. So in the last 5 wins, they won 4 of those games by 2 goals. And even though Columbus is playing really well, I do want to point this out. It's why you can't just look at a stat model. You have to look at different situational angles in your handicapping as well. Their wins, they've had wins against Vegas, Arizona, Colorado, Washington, and Chicago. So, the win against Chicago would probably be a good win. Those other teams, Vegas, Arizona, Colorado, and Washington, are somewhat average wins. Still playing good hockey. Have road rec confidence advantage. Again, Tampa playing really good hockey. Let's take a look at the goalies. Bobrovsky for Columbus, he's given up 2, 3, 0, 3, and 2 goals in his last 5 games. Vasilevsky, he's given up 0, 0, 3, 4, and 1 in his last 5 starts. Same thing with goalies. When you're looking at teams, you don't look at season-long stats. You just look at their last 4 or 5 starts. And when you evaluate those two, it's probably even goalies. Both of those are playing well. Vasilevsky's got 2 shutouts in his last 2 starts. But one important factor when I'm looking at this Tampa Bay game, Tampa's already beaten Columbus twice this year. It's really not a good matchup for Columbus. Beat them twice and have outscored them 12-2. So that is definitely a game we're going to consider. Looking at Ottawa, plus 135. Oh, I forgot to mention backup. My bad. When you go back and look at the line for Tampa, we have Tampa at minus 120. The odds for Tampa are minus 125. Our line is minus 150. So there's value there. And how you determine value is real simple. Take 125 divided by 150, and then you take the difference of that. I think that's 83%. And then you take the difference from 100, and that gives you the percentage. I'm a math whiz, so I have all these little shortcuts. So that's a 17% value. And you hear me talk about value, or hear a lot of people in the industry talk about value, but you can statistically quantify value. So in essence, what we're doing is, it would be the same if you walked in a store and the guy said, "How much is that product?" And he said, "Well, it's 17% off today." So that's good value. If you walked in and said, you don't have a, or if you went to another store and they had the same product, but they had it at full retail, well, there's no value there. The value is with the 17% off. And again, just like any business, I'm in business to make money. So I have to buy things at wholesale and sell them at retail. And that's in essence what you're doing. You're buying I'm buying Tampa at minus 125 when they should actually be minus 150. So it's a pretty good explanation. Okay. On to Ottawa. Again, they're plus 135. We have them at minus 130, giving them a 56% chance of winning the game. Ottawa's won the last 3 out of the 5, so they are playing with a lot of confidence. Unfortunately, they are 8-19 on the road, so they've only won 8 games. It looks like Anderson might be in the pipes tonight. He's given up 5, 2, 3, 3, and 5 goals in his last 5 starts, so we just don't really see an advantage there. And when we're playing a team, we like to have, in addition to value, we like to have a couple of situational angles in our favor, unless we're getting huge, huge, huge value. So that's probably not going to be a play for us. On to another game. It's going to be great. Boston, San Jose. Boston is the dog at plus 132. Our line for this game is Boston minus 135. which gives them a 57% chance of winning the game. And you also realize, I think San Jose was 107 on the power rankings, so they have probably about a 53% chance of winning the game. But we only focus on the team that we're potentially wagering on. Boston's playing with a lot of confidence. They've won their last 3 out of 4. Their last 4 road games, they won 3 of those. So they're playing with a lot of confidence on the road. Let's see down here. Martin Jones in the pipes for San Jose's given up 2, 4, 2, 2, and 2 goals in his last 5 starts, playing really good hockey. Rask is given up 2, 3, 4, 1, and 0. So we really don't have a goalie advantage there in that game, even though that's going to be a good game. So on to our final selections for the day. We are actually going to go with Tampa Bay. We actually already have this in at -122. Again, we have huge value there, and it's rare to see the best team at hockey at -122. So those are excellent odds. We get excellent value there. So whoever you're wagering on, good luck. And as always, if you like this video, give us a like and subscribe. We have our website, mgcovers.com. We're going to continue to update that. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we give a lot of updates throughout the day. And hey, that's it. Hope you guys have a great Monday and good Monday, and good luck today.